What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Low Luxury, and welcome back to Low Luxury Archive, where we are just so in love with Demna Gvasalia and his design aesthetic, and we have started looking back, not just at Balenciaga pieces from the archives, but also Vetements, the other brand that he designed for and founded with his brother. Today we have one of the most iconic Vetements pieces they probably ever made. I'm so excited to look at this thing. It is the Titanic coming soon hoodie, but this is like the version, it's like jersey. It's super, these sleeves are stupid long. It's like, I don't know, AJ Soprano mall goth vibes. I love this thing. So we're not just gonna take a look at the close-up details of this piece. We will do that. We're also gonna take a look at the collection that it came from, and then we'll try it on. I'll tell you how it feels, how it fits, but we're also gonna try to put together a look based on that original Runway fit. So we got a lot to do. Let's get into it. Yo. Before we get too much further, subscribe to the channel. I make tons of luxury and streetwear content. And also, if you're looking for deals on luxury and streetwear, check the description. I've got some of the best sites with all authentic stuff. Check it out. All right, here we are on the Vogue Runway page for Vetements. We've become very used to this page for Balenciaga, but here we are on the one for Vetements. And this collection, you can see, I think they even have the like VTMNTS here on this page, because now Vetements does 2 lines. It's getting crazy now that Demna's not there. Much less of a fan of Vetements now that Demna's not there. But that's a story for another day. We have to go very, very far back to find this collection. This piece is from one of their earliest collections, and that was spring 2016. So this collection was one of the first ones that really put Vetements on the map. They had a good amount of hype right from the start, but this one was something special, I would say. You can see we've got the DHL collab pieces, which was a really crazy thing at the time. Now, this wouldn't be that weird. You see tons of really odd collaborations with like non-fashion companies and fashion companies, but back then it's like, why would you collaborate with Vetements? Or why would you collaborate with DHL? That makes absolutely no sense, but it went into the whole Vetements anti-fashion thing. But even though they're known for like ironic anti-fashion, there is some legitimate fashion in here. There's some good cuts, some good tailoring. He's already playing with his shoulder detailing that he became so known for at Balenciaga. There's just a lot of really cool stuff going on here, including these extra long sleeves, stuff like that. He was already messing with his kind of matronly floral prints as well, I would say. And then we start getting into the really iconic kind of streetwear pieces here. This tied off hoodie is pretty iconic, again with the extra long sleeves. And then we get our piece right here. So we've got it there. We've also got it there. So let's take a look at both of these. Also, by the way, the cheeky Star Wars as well. That's another wild thing that came out of this collection. But anyway, let's look at these pieces right here. So we've got this one here, and this one I believe looks maybe like it might be the thicker cotton one, more like a traditional hoodie, because you can see the sleeves going on there are much more of your traditional cinched and then ribbed, whereas ours is a very different type of sleeve, more like a t-shirt. So this is the heavier version right here. And then there's this one, which is the jersey one. We'll zoom in to get a better look. You can see the hem on those sleeves is much more like a t-shirt rather than a hoodie. So what do we have going on here? It's an interesting look. I appreciate they've kept it very simple. You get the hoodie itself, they've tucked it in and left the sleeves extremely long. You've got the hood going on there, and then it looks like this is either a waxed denim or maybe like a patchwork leather kind of skirt, I would say, or like apron kind of thing. And then you've got these leather boots as well that are kind of bunched up long leather boots. So it's a cool look, quite simple, but very cool, very dark, very Vetements, and that's what I love about it. So now that we know where this hoodie came from, let's take a closer look at all the details. All right, here we go. The beauty shot all the way down. Yup. Love it. Okay, super oversized. Love that fit. Love the print at the arms. Whew, I'm excited. But first, let's take a look at the tags inside this piece. So the neck tag here, very standard. It really hasn't changed since the brand started. They're still using this tag in this style. Brand name, Pour Femme for women. You saw this was a women's wear piece, but in reality, it's completely unisex. Tricot, I believe that's like knitwear, sweatshirts, whatever. Été 2016, the season, Pret-a-Porter, ready to wear. This is very much ready to wear. And we pop this over, and what I love about this, Demna Gvasalia, he put his name in there. He wanted people to know, this is me. He was proud of this stuff. I don't know, I love it. And that tag, it's sewn right into the seam at the back of the neck here. A lot of time on fakes, you'll see like little issues with these, like weird lettering, weird spacing, weird stitching up at the top, weird extra stuff going on here. But this one, it's very, very clean, and this is what it's supposed to look like. And then at the left side, if you were wearing the piece, you've got the care tags here, and these have changed over the years. So in these early seasons, these care tags were very simple. They still are pretty simple, but they were even smaller back then in 2016 here. So we've got the size here, size small. We'll talk about sizing later. We've got our fabrication, of course, 100% cotton. Where it was made, Portugal. That's pretty much where they always make their like t-shirts, hoodies, stuff like that. And the material here is really interesting. It's slightly glossy black with this print here. This is a loop tag. The newer ones are a bit longer, but this one you can see is very, very short and small. And then on the back of that, we've got Spring Summer 16 and a model number and just some washing symbols, and that's it. It's a super, super simple, straightforward care tag here. All right, let's look at the details here, and I think what we're going to do, we'll just start at the top and then work our way down. So as I mentioned, this is much thinner than your normal hoodie. This is more like t-shirt jersey material here. So this hood, it's actually double layered for some extra strength here, and then you get a big thick drawstring going through the hood in this little loop here. You can see it gets a little bit kind of like tangled up as you go, but I think that's a cool look. And you come down and it actually crosses over right here with that jersey. The material is thin enough that you can kind of pull that off. With thicker material, that V would be a bit tougher. Then you get these really, really thick woven black drawstrings that are just tied off at the end here. You can see the shape of the shoulders. It's a bit like slouched, which I think is really cool. This is a very slouchy looking piece, but I like that. And then we get our print here, the Titanic print. And here's the thing. I don't think they licensed Titanic. Like, I've always been confused about this. That does look quite a bit like Kate Winslet. That does not look like Leonardo DiCaprio. Unless they just got a weird screen grab here. I don't know what's going on. And you've got this ship down at the bottom, so I don't know if they like put together lookalikes for this. I should do some more research. I'm curious about this. I wonder if that info is out there. But yeah, Leo, it doesn't look like him. But either way, it's really cool. I really love that look. And I like how they don't call it. It doesn't say Titanic anywhere, which I think makes it even better. And of course, going down each sleeve in big red print, it says coming soon. You can actually see it. Let's do this arm, because right now you can see that a bit better here. There we go. Coming soon, all the way down the arm. You just get a few extra inches down at the bottom, but man, it makes a good look. That red contrasting with like the kind of gray white of the print at the chest. People notice this. People, like, every time I wear this thing, people are like, ooh, what is that? That is cool. Or maybe they're just like, that is weird. Is that Titanic? I'm like, yeah, it is. And it's Vetements, dummy. So beyond that, there's not much more to it. The hem is very simple, very much like a t-shirt hem, just double layered and sewn off there. And same thing at the cuffs here. And the back of this piece is very simple, very straightforward. The thicker version of the hoodie would have an embroidered like Vetements logo at the hood, but for the jersey version, they don't do that. So all you get from the back is just that coming soon print going down the arms, extra long arms, and that's that. It's a good look, man. So we've got that close-up look. I think it's finally time to try this piece on. But first, let's take another look at that original runway fit. So looking at this, one thing I really appreciate is that it's just so simple. In reality, it is 3 pieces, one of which is, of course, the hoodie here, which we're going with, and then she's wearing like a skirt, right? And we don't necessarily have that, but I do have a good stand-in because we've got these like Rick Owens skirt, kilt, drop crotch, sweatpants. and I think that'll give us a really good stand-in for the runway look, and it'll also go really well with the material of the hoodie here. And finally, we got some leather boots. This one has a kind of like knife toe, pointed toe, which we don't really have here, but we do have something else that Demna has put together, and that is the BB monogram rim boots here in a kind of patent leather. So 3 pieces, that's it, that's the look, and let's see what happens. All right, this look is super cool. Sometimes Demna will throw out looks that are so far and away completely different from anything I would put together, but sometimes, like with this one, this is kind of the exact look that I would have thrown on myself if I were going out and I wanted to wear this piece. Like, this is it. This nails it. This is exactly what I had in my head, and it works really well. So I'm glad that me and Demna are on the same page in that sense, you know? So let's talk about the fit of this thing, because obviously it is quite unique. As for sizing, it is tagged a size small. What does it fit like? I mean, I don't know. Take a look at it. This is maybe a large, extra large, and like true to size sizing, but it's supposed to be super oversized. That's the point. So I think if you're looking to get this piece, just accept that it's going to be oversized, because if you got it true to size, it would just look kind of weird in my opinion. But of course, that's not the only interesting thing about the fit, right? Just take a look at this. Take a look at those sleeves. They are extra long. And how do I feel about that? Well, from a look perspective, I absolutely love it. It's not something you see every day. It's really, really cool. I like that slouchy look. I think it's fantastic. Does it become inconvenient sometimes? Yes, certainly. When you need to do things with your hands, having tons of sleeve there isn't great. But one of the things I like about this thin version of the hoodie is that the sleeves, they roll up super, super easily. And once you get them up behind your elbows, they stay up. So it's really no issue in my opinion. And then the length of the hoodie itself in the body, it's also pretty long, but it being thin, it makes it super easy to tuck. And if you just leave it open too, you get this big, big, long piece, and it still works then as well. So finally, why is this a piece that's going in the archive? Do I even need to answer that question? I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. This is an absolutely iconic piece from the brand. When people think of Vetements, this is one of the pieces they think of, and this definitely is probably the collection they think of. This is the collection that put the brand on the map. So this one is the biggest no-brainer there is. There was no way I was not gonna have this one in the archive, and I'm super, super psyched about it. So that's it, that's the video. That is the incredible Vetements coming soon hoodie. Whew, I love it so much. Take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.